Here's how to get better at Gorilla Tag, and I will be showing you everything from the walls to the branches and even the ground. So make sure you watch the whole video to know, just how to get better at the game and to cook in public lobbies. Alright, let's go. The first thing I'm going to be talking about is running around on the ground. So basically, if you look in the camera like this, the worst way that you could possibly run is by hitting down, because then you go higher up into the air instead of faster along the ground. So one of the better ways to do it is to drag yourself along the ground and spend as little time in the air as you can, because when you're in the air there's a limit to how fast you can go, but when you're pulling your hand you can go as fast as you can move your hand. So just keep pulling along the floor, doing long strides for a quick boost. Alright, and now once you've learned how to run like that, there's another way that you can run, and this one is even better, so make sure to watch. So your right hand, or no, your dominant hand, goes on front and it pulls you along the ground like this. There it is. It pulls like this, like the same as the last time. Pulls along, and then your left hand, or your weak hand, goes on front of it and pulls. So then you keep doing it, but to the side, and then you can do it faster and faster, and you'll just keep running fast. Instead of it's easier because you don't get tired as quick doing it this way, but it's harder to learn. So if you're gonna do it this way, you need to practice a lot if you want to get good at it. So yeah, that's how to do it basically. Okay, so you may have seen people running up the walls before in a public lobby, but now you can be one of the people running up the walls. So I'm going to show you how to wall run and how to wall climb, because they're two different things, right? So I'll put my camera here and then I'll show you a demonstration of a wall run and then a wall climb. So this one is the wall run, where you run along the wall while going up. And then the wall climb is where you only go up, like this. So these ones do take a while to learn, but they are really worth learning. So make sure you pay attention and don't miss any steps or you will fail. Okay, so for the wall climb, you need to do one of the wall run pushes into a wall run push with the other hand and keep bouncing side to side, because if you don't bounce side to side, then you'll just fall, which is, not good. So you need to pull from one side to the other side and then use your other hand. This can be difficult to learn, but just keep trying it and you'll get it eventually. So you need to pull from one side to another. And a good way to imagine it as if you're skiing. Pull up. And you can look wherever you want. You can look down while doing it, you can look forward while doing it, or you can look up while doing it to see what's above you. So yeah, that's mainly it for wall climbing. Don't underestimate it because it's really hard to do for a beginner. So keep practicing it if you don't know how to do it, and then you'll eventually learn it. It's really good to learn, so yeah. Alright, so the first one that I'm going to be showing is the wall run. So what you want to do in the wall run is, alright, so you stick to the wall for a tiny amount of time, and then you start slipping. So in that tiny amount of time, it's enough to pull yourself along the wall, right? And then if you can pull yourself along the wall without hitting off the wall like that, so you need to pull, right, and not push, because if you push you'll just go flying away from the wall, and you want to stay along the wall. So you need to keep pulling up and pulling forward as well. And pulling forward is one of the most important parts, because if you just pull up you'll fall backwards, whereas you need to wall run along the curve of the wall while going forward, like this. And it's pretty important that you go up the way as well, because if you just run along the bottom, someone can still reach you and tag you, alright? So one of the better ways to get height is the wall run, which I'm going to show you next. This next one is probably the hardest one to learn, so you need to pay lots of attention. So this one is branching, and it may seem easy and look easy, but it's really not. Branching is where you jump from one branch to another, right? But trust me, it is not that simple. So I'll go into first person mode and quickly show you what to do. So the main mechanics of it is being able to run along one branch and then jump to another, and then another, and then another. But there's so much more to it that I'm going to show you soon. Another thing that you need to learn if you're going to be branching is how to scale trees. So scaling is when you climb up a tree quickly and efficiently. So you need to hit off the tree once or twice and go to a branch. So a good way to learn this is just by finding the tree you want to scale, hit off and go to a branch, and just slowly do it, and then slowly climb the tree. And then you can also do some pinch climbing, which is where you grab both sides and pull yourself up the way, like that. And you can keep climbing the tree all the way to the very top. And once you've done it like slowly, you can keep practicing your speed to see how fast you can climb the tree in the end. Because once you're up on top of a tree, lava monkeys will have to climb up the tree to chase you, and then you can do some branching from that tree, and they'll really struggle trying to get you. So yeah, make sure you do branching when you're getting chased and not just stick to walls, because when you put them together, you can be almost untaggable. Another main mechanic of branching is to go randomly, because if you go the same way every time, the lava monkeys will start to recognize this and they'll wait for you. So in order to make it random, you just need to look and then notice any branches that you've not gone on recently, and then jump to those branches, and then keep branching from those branches, and stay off the ground and move randomly so the lava monkeys can't keep up with you and can't predict you, because if they predict you, they'll find you quickly, and then if they find you quickly, you'll get caught quickly, so it's not a good thing to get predicted. So when you're jumping from branch to branch while branching, you need to make sure you go up branches and down branches, because if you just go straight forward, the lava monkeys will be able to find you and quickly tag you. So look, I'll show you one of the better ways to do it. So here, let's say, say I want to go over to that platform. What an obvious way would do, or what an obvious way to go there would be, is to jump along the platforms and just quickly get here. And sure, that may be the easiest one to do, but you don't want it to be easy, because then the lava monkeys can also do it. So a different one to do it would be to jump here, 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 and then onto the platform. It was a lot quicker, so if any lava monkeys went that way, they would not be able to catch up to you. But yeah, so that's it. And then here, alright, wait. Okay, and now that you've learned all those things, if you put them together and practice them lots, you will become really hard to tag for the lava monkeys, and you will dominate in public lobbies. So keep practicing it, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Also, you know what to do. So yeah.